السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أسعد الله بكم بالخير جميعا. مجددا نحن دائما نجتمع وندي المعلومات لنعرف ما لنا وما علينا والقوانين وإيش أهم الأشياء الذي ضروري نحن ننتبه بحكم وجودنا، وخاصة بقدوم الأعياد، أعياد الميلاد والعطلة الرسمية في شهر 12 و11 والآن، وتكثر هنالك طبعا نسبة الجرائم والسرقة والهولدة. طبعا أنا بتخلي القائد يتحدث على أهم المواضيع وأهم القوانين وإيش سبب المشكلة في الأيام القادمة. يعني ميجر ثاكا. Hi, how are you?
Good.
I want to just mention something to my Americans, Arabic Foundation Media, and our Yemen Americans Committee of Maryland. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We had the Eastern District Community Relation Council and Commanders meeting this evening, and we just adjourned the meeting. But we were speaking tonight about crime and how it's impacting our citizens and our visitors. Eastern District is a great place to come visit. We have probably the most world-renowned medical facility, Johns Hopkins Hospital, right here in the Eastern District. We have a bunch of outstanding people, partners, to include you.
Yes.
And the Yemen American Association of Maryland. A lot of the merchants in the Eastern District, I think it's 63 stores, are owned by members of the association. And we have great partnership with them. There are concerns this time of year. It is Thanksgiving. It's late November, moving into the month of December. It's the holiday season. And during the holiday season, a lot of people have extra money in their wallets because they're going to go shopping. They might have merchandise in their cars. They might be carrying extra merchandise. We do see annually an uptick in crimes associated with street robberies. These are pattern-based crimes that we can analyze and study. The methods that suspects would use to commit crime like that are pretty consistent, and when we see a pattern develop, we put police resources into space to try to mitigate that. However, what we want to do is communicate to the public that there are prevention tips that you can utilize that will prevent robbery from happening and where you become a victim. And this might be simple things like traveling in larger groups. Try not to travel by yourself. If you're parking a car and getting out of your car, before you get out of your car, take a look at your surroundings to make sure that, scan the area to make sure that things are safe. If you see individuals lurking about, I think that's a great word, lurking, but if they're lurking about, which means that they're hiding in the shadows and they're nearby, they may want to do you harm. Perhaps this is not the time to get out of the car. So these are just some basic tips that can help prevent robberies and yes, even with homes and burglaries. So lock your front door. It amazes me sometimes that the homes are not secure. That would be also applicable to your vehicle. Make sure that your cars are properly secured. Don't leave valuables in plain sight. If you have windows for your home, please have your blinds down. Don't leave your computer turned on right behind the window. You're giving the opportunistic criminal the ability to see what it is that they can get, and if they look at your house and they see that you're not there, they're going to break in and steal it. So there's the crimes of opportunity. We want to take preventive measures. At night, please turn on your lights. Front porch light, back porch light. Illuminate the area. Please have your neighbors do the same thing. If everybody pitched in and did that, and then be a good neighbor. Check on your neighbors. Make sure that they're okay. Maybe they need a new light bulb. Something as simple as that. You can prevent a crime. It sounds overly simplistic, but fighting crime really is simple. It just takes a little bit of common sense, and everybody has that. And if you all work together, the police won't have to come visit you because something bad has happened. And that would be a good thing, especially because it's the holiday season.
Yeah, and I told everyone about 311 app.
Yes. So the 311 app. Baltimore City has the 311 service request app. So these would be services that other city agencies, our partners, the police department's partners, Department of Public Works, Department of Transportation, Baltimore Gas and Electric, you name it. Every city agency is in the 311 service app, and they can help with changing the environment. So if you see dirty alleys, if you see trash on the street, the bane of the existence of people who illegally dump tires, mattresses, any kind of trash in any kind of place. Obviously, if you get a tag number, please provide it to the police department. We will follow up on that for prosecution purposes. But if we don't have a suspect identified, we certainly want to remove these things from the community because they're a blight, and we want to eradicate that. But you can just simply download the 311 service app. It takes literally about 1 minute to download onto your phone, and it's very easy to use. I'm 52, new to the whole technology thing. I downloaded it. I use it daily. Our officers are using it daily, but it's fast, it's easy, it's free. And that's always a great word, especially this time of year, free.
And how about, I want to talk about maybe my businesses, our businesses as community. And they get any problem, especially when on the holidays? What they have to do?
So, if you start to have a problem at your store, please, in a variety of ways, you could reach out to the district. The phone number is 410-396-2433. That's the phone number. There's an officer that's on that phone 24 hours a day, can take your call. If it's an emergency, and you need to contact the police and have the police arrive right away, obviously 911. It's an emergency system. The police will come. We work 24 hours a day. We work every single day of the year. We're here to serve. If you need help, please give us a call. If it's an emergency, use 911. If it's not an emergency, please call the district and we will get an officer to you. We have several units that will come to your store. We have supervisors. We have neighborhood service officers. We have district commanders. If you have a specific perceived problem, we're here. We're looking for a solution to solve those problems.
Right. I mean, a lot of people they make a complaint about when they call into 911 right now. Sometimes they tell you 911 operator is busy. Sometimes they want like half an hour and 1 hour.
Because the behavior of Baltimore City residents is to call 911 for everything. You have to use common sense, as I already talked about it, and everybody has the common sense, is to be able to distinguish the difference between an emergency and a non-emergency. 911 is for emergencies. This is somebody who needs medical assistance, needs to go to the hospital, you need to get an ambulance to them right away. There's a crime being committed in progress with a suspect and you can provide the information on. Or if you've just been the most recent victim of a crime. Now, if it's a property crime and it happened a long time ago and you just realize it, this is not a 911 call. You can use, we have several options for this. You can go online and file reports with the Baltimore Police Department. If you have a larceny, you can file a report online, very easy. Or you can use a telephone reporting unit. You will be diverted to speak to an officer that works downtown at headquarters and they can file a report that way. But we do not need the officers that are working the field to respond to a non-emergency call. And they do, the dispatchers, 911 call center, they rate the call for service for the most violent in progress first, and there's a pecking order of what's important, and a lot of calls for service will get put down here because they get classified a certain way, and it's the classification of the code that matters. And I would say that I do know that the problem is with the 911 call center and how the calls are going into the system and the delays for service.
And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you. It's a good relationship between, especially Yemen Americans community and Eastern District. Mayor Thaka, thank you so much for having me here. Captain Inkis, thank you so much. And as what I have to tell is everyone, I guess in Arabic, ضروري نحن كلنا نتوحد، يعني نعمل عمل جماعي موحد حتى ننظف شوارعنا من المشاكل ونخلي أنفسنا بعيد عن الخطر. علينا أن نكون يدا واحدا. فاقد الذي جنبنا، فاقد الأسر الذي جنبنا والبيوت، هم طرح أشياء عديدة جدا من ضمنها كيف تحمي نفسك من الجريمة أو وقوع الجريمة قبل وقوعها أو السرقة. قال عليكم تقفيل الأبواب وعدم طرح الكمبيوترات، تحققكم قدام على شيء من الوقوش. في الليل ضروري تغلق الوند، تغلق الباب، تخلوا اللايتات شغاله، تفاقد جيرانك على اساس شوف اذا ما عنده لايت ولا ما فيش عنده لايت، تقدر تدي لايت. حتى انه يعمل كل علينا ان نتعامل مع مثلا مع الشرطه، مع المجتمع لحمايه المجتمع، خاصه هذه الايام والعطل الرسميه التي تاتي. الهوليداي نيو ييرز كمان، كريسماس كمان، وتانكس جيفن الحين جايه الذي هو قد بدا عطله رسميه. واتمنى لكم الصحه والسلام والعافيه، واسال الله سبحانه وتعالى الا يصيب اي مكروه جنبنا اليمنيه والعربيه ومجتمعنا كامل في كل مكان. من هنا ادم المنصور يحييكم، السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. Thank you so much.
Thank
God bless you, my brother.
Thank you. Happy holidays to
Happy
everyone.
holidays, everyone. Thank you so much, and God
Please be
bless you.
safe.
Thank you.